Kathy went out to a cafe and was like, Lou, you should definitely get your prints in here because it's proper on brand for you. Have you thought about it? She was like, oh my gosh, no, I haven't. Does anyone know a contact? And then Emma pipes in with, I know the manager. Do you want me to get you the contact details? Boom. That's how it works. I'm Martina and welcome to Women-Inspired Networking Conversations, the podcast. Now, if you're a woman in business who's ever been nervous about networking, felt intimidated about the salesy approach that most networking events have, then this is for you. This podcast is all about real conversations. No fluff, no pressure, just real conversations with other women in business who understand the journey. Welcome to the podcast. I hope you enjoy. Grab a coffee and let's chat. Hello and welcome back to this week's podcast. Today I'm with Nikki from Insignia Limited. Hi, Nikki.
Hi there, Martina.
So I think I met you about 6 months ago, possibly.
Yeah.
Maybe slightly longer.
Might even be less. I've been stalking you online, Martina. So that's since last year.
Okay. And what did you think? Did I live up to any expectation?
Every expectation I had and surpassed them.
So your story, I actually refer back to quite a lot. And I've mentioned it a couple of times on the podcast without saying it's you, obviously. But your journey and your transformation when it comes to networking is just incredible. It's mind-blowing. So Nikki won't mind me saying, you booked your online session and you came to the online networking event. That night you booked to come to Bury, which was possibly about a week later, I think, not that far apart. And then you turned up to Bury and we had a great session there. And we were chatting about the Success Circle anyway, which is like a whole new level of networking. And if I'm completely honest, we were talking about it, but I didn't think that you would actually do it because you were really nervous to come to the online and to the in-person. And then the day that we had the Bury event, you left and said, I'm going to book the Success Circle. And you did. It's been so wonderful to watch. And I'm so proud that we had something to do with that.
You had everything to do with it.
So the Success Circle being our kind of next level membership networking option. And we're the same group of people who see each other again and again and again. We meet on the first Wednesday of every month at Hintlesham Hall. We have a lovely dinner. We get to just chat and have fun. And there's always so many laughs. But actually, when you get to the core of it, we're all helping each other. You've been part of the Success Circle since the beginning, so since April. Do you want to tell us a bit about your experience on the Success Circle?
I love the Success Circle, mainly I think because you walk in there and you're seeing the same people. And I'll be honest, some people I haven't spoken to enormous amounts. Because of where we sit, I still see them and we still message each other through the chat and things like that. And I just love going in there and seeing them. I've actually got some really lovely friends already out of that. And one of them is particularly calming and she has helped me enormously. And she'll just sometimes send me a message and say, are you okay? How's it going? And I'll be like, yeah, I'm great. Thanks so much for asking. Do you know what I mean? It's just lovely that there are so many lovely people. I'm using the Success Circle as well. I'm having a rebrand. So watch this space. I'm also doing some strategy work as well, which my son has actually come on board to help me do. And he's going to be working with another one of the Success Circles to help with that. So, you know, we are using each other and people are buying things off of me and I'm supplying them with things. And, you know, it's just a lovely feeling and it is fun. Never enough time, because we all want to chat about loads of stuff, don't we? But it is great.
No, I know. And I think this for me is like a beta program as such. This is for me to learn what works, what doesn't. And I'm so grateful that you guys have come along for the ride and you're able to let me do that. But I do think that when I expand and when we have another one or when we renew it next year, I think we'll probably do 2.5 hours just because 2 hours isn't long enough to have a sit down meal as well as do the networking. So I've even introduced a sand timer this month, haven't I? So that people don't go over a minute to talk about their business, even though I couldn't keep to the minute. But I've tried to introduce the sand timer to encourage people to be snappy and keep it quick. It doesn't really work.
It doesn't, but because some of this, we don't see each other from 1 month to the next, although we message, we always want to catch up. So there's always that chat, which is nice actually at the beginning, because we do have a little chat before everything takes place. But you also have some really good people there that are there to teach us. And the last one was amazing. And I've really been putting it to use, as you have probably found out on social media.
So just to keep the people listening in the loop, we had Emily as our guest speaker last month, and she was teaching us all about video content and how to take reels and what kind of videos to take and how to put them together and how to really showcase our business. And I have really noticed that you've been putting loads more reels up, but that's just what people like. They like to consume that kind of content. And although you probably think from the reels you've done, that's really boring, that's just like literally my day, why does anyone want to know all that information? But actually they're getting to know you as a business, and that's what's going to set you apart from the crowd. But anyways, Emily was brilliant and we're hugely grateful. I think we all took loads away from that. It's skills that we all get, but it's also the friendships, and it's also shouting each other out. Like on the group chat this week, Kathy went out to a cafe and was like, Lou, you should definitely get your prints in here because this is right up your street. It's proper on brand for you. Have you thought about it? She was like, oh my gosh, no, I haven't. Like, does anyone know a contact? And then Emma pipes in with, I know the manager. Do you want me to get you the contact details? Boom. That's how it works. We all have contacts.
We don't probably realise what contacts we've got either. That's the thing about it. And also if someone pipes up, you think, yes, I can help you with that. Or, I know someone that can help you. And that's what's so nice about seeing the same people as well.
The Success Circle is about going to that next level of confidence rather than getting your confidence as such. So in the Success Circle, we do tend to either stand up, like Bex always likes to stand up. I love that. But then there are other people that would rather sit down. And it is that in between of having to stand up and do a sales pitch and the relaxed one-to-one chat. So it's kind of in the middle. You can be open, people can pitch in. It's much more like a conversation as opposed to a pitch, I always feel.
Definitely. It is more conversational. To be fair, obviously, a lot of them know what we do now. And what's so great also about it is if anybody has got an issue or they want us to sort of brainstorm something, which we do, the feedback from doing that has helped so many people. And it may be just something small, but when you've got a lot of people there with experience chipping in to give you ideas of what you can do and how it can really help you, why not go to the Success Circle, because that's what it's there for as well.
I actually had a testimonial from someone this week. She said to me she's made her annual fee back 3 times over already.
Wow.
And I was like, wow, it works. It actually works. But anyways, well, thank you so much for chatting to me. I really do appreciate you taking the time out of the day.
You are very welcome anytime.
I'll see you later.
All right, see ya. Bye.
Thank you so much for being here and listening with us today. If you're loving the podcast and want to find out more about our Women Inspired Network events, then find out more on www.womeninspirednetwork.com/events. Or you can connect with us on Facebook under Women Inspired Network, or follow along on Instagram under women_inspired_network. And of course, subscribe to this podcast so that you don't miss an episode. I'll see you next week for another honest conversation.